You just found out. Overall feelings?
I'm thrilled that the vote is over and that I won the election. I appreciate the opportunity to have run for the race and be a part of this very Americana thing here. I was just talking to Mr. Walker about this a few minutes ago. I think when we had as many people running for the place as we did between Brant and Stanley and myself, that there were probably more people came out than would have otherwise. And it gave us an opportunity to really think through why we're doing what we're doing. And I think it's important that people that are on the school board have purpose. It's not just because they got a kid there or something like that. That there's a reason for them to want to invest their life into the whole part of being on the school board. So I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty excited myself.
And how long have you been on a member of the school board?
I've been on the school board for 5 years, but this is the first time I've ever had to go through actually running and campaigning and putting all those components in place for the school board. And so it has been really interesting. I've enjoyed it to some extent.
And since you are reelected, what are some things that the school board has already started doing, or what do you want to continue to do as a member of the school board for Brownwood ISD?
I think we're very fortunate around. We've had a lot of real positive things take place. We've had some great initiatives. We've done a one-to-one initiative for all of our middle school students and high school students with computers. We've purchased computers for students in classrooms and lower levels, and keeping that technology component moving forward I think is a real important part of what we want to do. We've also been working at trying to get our teachers' salaries, all of the salaries within the school district, up. And for me, that's an important component for us. We're very fortunate once again to have I don't think we can have any better of a quality staff than we do when it comes to teachers and administrators. But once again, to be able to acknowledge that and help them move forward in their own life financially, I think that's an important part of what we want to do. And then overall, I think just trying to be the best we can be when it comes to the 21st century education. So many different issues are just rampant when it comes to funding of education in Texas, how that happens, how it's divided up. All of those different components are just real challenges for school districts, especially like Brownwood. When we sit out here in the rural section of the state of Texas, and encouraging the legislature of Texas to really consider the needs that are prevalent in this particular area. That's going to be something that's going to always be pretty much in the forefront of what we try to do here, and I think in Brownwood. And once again, I think we've just had so many. We're very fortunate to be where we are. So to keep those things going and then really work on those other elements, that's what we'll probably do.
And then obviously at the beginning of this election, there was that scare with the error on the ballot for the first 2 days of early voting.
Right.
And at least that I know, there were 7 people that voted for this particular race that just won that weren't supposed to. So what are your thoughts kind of on that now that the results are out?
I have been very pleased with the administrators of the election office here in Brownwood and Brown County. They have went above and beyond trying to make sure everybody who is eligible to vote, gets to vote, is aware of being able to vote and do that. At the same time, as we redistrict, as we did some redistricting in our area for the school, it's very cumbersome. So they paid a great deal of attention, especially when it was brought to their attention. And so their diligence, I think, made for what I would consider to be as fair as you could have gotten within the environment. And they could not have worked any harder to do what they did. And I appreciate that, and I can't say enough positive things about that.